has caused the destruction, semi-destruction of a country and the death of tens of thousands of people. There is a line that's been crossed with Putin. And so I think that is different. I think it was right not to invite him. This is a commemoration of, and a celebration of, the extraordinary life of an amazing woman. And I would hope that the great majority of heads of state and heads of government and other dignitaries attending would understand the necessities of protocol and of security, and be happy to travel in the buses, because it's the only way, sensibly, that one can do it.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really good point. I can't stop thinking about who's going to be at the back of the bus. I have a feeling it'll be Macron and Trudeau. I have a feeling, I'm sure listeners will have their own views on what happens on the bus. But of course, there's a lot of politics around who is coming to this state funeral as well. There have been some eyebrows raised that a formal invitation was sent to China. Some Conservative MPs who have been sanctioned by the Chinese authorities have said that they're quite upset at that. There's also questions around the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, particularly over Western intelligence allegations that he was involved with the murder of the journalist Khashoggi. I mean, what's your view on that, Sir Kim? I mean, how should the palace negotiate some of the international politics of the day?
There would have been Foreign Office advice on who should be invited, and that would have been signed off in number 10. So this is a government proposal to the palace, which I'm sure the palace accepted. I understand and respect those who have questioned whether it's appropriate to invite the Chinese president, given China's human rights record, or indeed the Saudi Crown Prince, given the Khashoggi case. Personally, you might expect me to say this, I think it was the right decision to invite them, just to take China. I mean, remember, the Queen paid one very famous state visit to China in 1986, shortly after we'd done the deal with China over Hong Kong, and that was a groundbreaking event. We had, in that brief-lived golden age with China, President Xi doing a state visit here in 2015. This is the second biggest economy in the world. It's the most populous nation in the world. I think it would be disappointing, you might even say a little bit diminishing, if you didn't have a senior representative of China at this funeral. And it is a funeral. It's not a reward. It's not a state visit for China. It's their attendance at a funeral. So I think it was the right decision to invite them. As for Saudi Arabia, look, Khashoggi episode was appalling. Set against that, we have a long and close relationship with China. We have very important economic and commercial ties with China. With Saudi Arabia. We're still talking to them. There's no question that the Khashoggi thing was appalling and shouldn't have happened. But I think this funeral, this event, is bigger than that. There were relations between the ruling family in Saudi Arabia and the royal family, as well as with the British government. And I think it was on balance right to invite him.
So, on that note, would it not have been the right thing then to have extended some kind of invitation to Russia or President Putin?
Putin, of course, also paid a state visit, I think, in 2003, shortly after he took over the presidency of Russia. There's a difference with Putin. He's invaded another country and has caused the destruction, semi-destruction of a country and the death of tens of thousands of people. There is a line that's been crossed with Putin. And so I think that is different. I think it was right not to invite him.
And you think is that different from, let's say, what's happening with the Uyghur people? Because people feel that there is, what is akin to a genocide happening there.
Yeah, I think it is different. I think it is different. I can understand why people draw a parallel between them. But I personally think what Putin has done is of a different scale, a different level, and that it was appropriate to tell him to stay away. But I can see why people might take a different view.